I still remember that rainy Thursday afternoon like it happened yesterday. The city was soaked in golden streetlight reflections, people rushing by under their umbrellas, and the cozy aroma of roasted coffee beans filling the air. I had just stepped into a small cafe near the metro station, not because I was craving coffee, but because I wanted a pause from the chaos of everyday life. I settled by the window, watching people pass like characters in a movie. And that's when I saw him. He wasn't young, probably in his late 40s or early 50s, but something about him made the room pause. He walked in slowly, confidently, like he had nowhere to rush. Tall salt-and-pepper hair neatly styled, a clean white Oxford shirt, sleeves folded just right, with an old but polished leather watch hugging his wrist. He ordered his drink with a low, warm voice, not loud, just composed. And then he did something strange. He noticed the barista was flustered. She had spilled some syrup earlier and was trying to clean up while juggling orders. He simply smiled, offered to wait longer, and said, "Take your time. No rush. You're doing great." Her shoulders relaxed instantly. It wasn't flirtatious. It wasn't fake. It was grounding. That man didn't just walk into the room. He anchored it. I watched him from my table, fascinated. And that day I realized something. Being good-looking at 25 is easy. It's biology. But being magnetic at 45? That's mastery. And that, my friends, is the story that inspired this video. Because today I want to share with you, not just as a storyteller, but as someone who has studied people for years, the 7 deeply underrated secrets of how to be a good-looking older man to anyone. And no, this isn't about fake confidence, flashy clothes, or 10-step skincare routines. This is about becoming the kind of man who doesn't need to chase attention, because his presence already demands it. Let's begin. Secret 1. The power of stillness. There's a kind of man who fills a room without saying a word. And that's not because he's the loudest or the funniest, but because he's comfortable in silence. Think about it. Most people today are addicted to noise, constant scrolling, talking, updating. But stillness, that's rare. And in a world full of chaos, a calm, still presence is magnetic. That man at the cafe, he didn't fidget. He didn't check his phone every 5 seconds. He sat, observed, and simply was. And that energy spoke louder than any words could. Women, and men, notice when someone isn't trying too hard. Stillness shows self-control. It shows confidence. It says, I don't need to prove anything to anyone. I know who I am. So if you want to be good-looking in your 30s, 40s, 50s, start by learning to be still. Take pauses before you speak. Look people in the eyes. Listen with attention. Let silence be your strength, not your weakness. You don't have to rush. Because the most attractive men, they walk like they own time. Secret 2. The gravity of style. Let's get one thing out of the way. Dressing well isn't about following fashion trends. It's about understanding your shape, your skin tone, your age, and using clothes to say, I care about myself. When you see a man wearing a crisp linen shirt, well-fitted trousers, and clean leather shoes, no brand showing, no loud logos, something inside you says, he's got taste. And taste is timeless. Style for older men is like armor. It doesn't have to shout. In fact, it shouldn't. But it should whisper elegance. I knew a man named Arjun, an architect in his late 40s. He wore the same navy blue blazer every Thursday to our community events. No one cared about the blazer until we noticed how he paired it. Sometimes with a white t-shirt and chinos. Sometimes with a black polo. Always clean, always pressed. One evening, a woman whispered to me, I don't know why, but he always looks so put together. That's the power of consistent style. It becomes your signature. So don't chase fashion. Build your uniform. Invest in 5 key pieces. Tailor your clothes. Smell good. Trim your beard. Polish your shoes. Let your style say what your words don't need to. Secret number 3. Earnest eyes and an honest smile. You can't Botox authenticity. And you definitely can't fake kindness. Here's a truth that might surprise you. People remember how you made them feel more than what you said. And one of the most overlooked tools of being an attractive older man is learning how to look someone in the eyes with gentleness, not as a tactic, but as a way of being present. There's a story from my friend David, a psychologist. He said he once sat across a table from a man during a fatherhood support group. This man had nothing flashy about him, just an old hoodie, a tired face, and a pair of eyes that had seen both heartbreak and healing. After the session, one of the younger men said, "When he talks, I feel safe. I don't know why, but I just trust him." That, my friend, is real charm. It's not the six-pack or the stubble. It's the eyes. It's the smile that reaches the eyes. It's the tone that says, "I hear you." If you want to be good-looking to anyone, learn to see people, not as problems to fix, not as trophies to win, but as humans. Look into their eyes, and let yours say, "I'm here. I'm real."